Unfortunately, we can't know because we have not just spoke to the wife, but it's not, we are not capacity to do the operation. And unfortunately also that by virtue of the late communication, our
Yeah, traffic.
It was again deferred to 17th July 2025. Again, on 17th, it was then deferred to 21st July 2025. On which date then the court deferred plea taking to 15th October 2025. Your Honor, it was deferred on the orders of the High Court. It was upon that order that the court order from the High Court in the same file setting aside. And that order, we have not yet confirmed the validity of that orders of stay. That as it may, if the order is valid, still, Your Honor, when one is brought to court, and was informed that it came, but the court was not sitting. So those are the circumstances, Your Honor. So our humble request is before the trial court. There was actually no need for this. It was totally unnecessary, this arrest, when he's already before the court. He's already before the court.
let me hear also from the other side. Fundamentally,
confirm that. However, Your Honor, through a ruling by Honorable Justice Mwaitha that was issued on the 10th of July 2025, these conservatory orders were vacated by the High Court. Your Honor, and as a result, that is why I believe it's the second accused person, rather the second suspect is before you. Your Honor, the investigating officer who is before court has informed me that efforts to try and arrest the first accused person have been in vain. He has switched off his mobile phone. He cannot be reached. Your Honor, I pray that the plea taking proceeds today. This is a duty case. There is nothing that prevents the suspect from taking plea today. and there's nothing to support that he shouldn't take plea today. You can also pray for warrant of arrest to issue against the first suspect, that is Brian Kiplagat. And I'm sure he was aware that the conservatory orders issued by the High Court were vacated. And he has cancelled, and he knows the consequence of that. So I pray that we proceed with plea taking for the second suspect, and that the warrants of arrest issue against the first accused person. That is all.
Assist my senior. The orders that my colleague is relying on, the ones that were vacated, different orders on the 16th of July. This matter had been slated for 17th of July before your brother, Mr. Ondieki. In the morning of the 17th of July, we got interim orders ex parte by Justice Honorable Mbogo in the EOC court. So the orders that my colleague is referring to were way back vacated. The orders that we are referring to are the orders that had been issued by Justice Mbogo on the 17th of July. And the prosecution went ahead and they did file an application on the 18th of July. And on the 21st of July, our orders that were in place were vacated, ex parte. And Your Honor, by the time the orders were being vacated, the trial court, currently there are no orders.
So I think that is the common ground.
Yeah.
There are no orders staying this matter from proceeding.
Yes,
so
Your
we
Honor.
start from that platform that there are no orders.
Yes, Your Honor, both orders were vacated.
I'm still on my feet. And Your Honor, by the time the orders were being vacated, the trial court had already given a date for plea. Honorable Ondieki. This matter had appeared before Honorable Ondieki, your brother. And it is Honorable Ondieki who had directed that the matter be mentioned on the 15th October. It was in open court, and the prosecution didn't have an objection with that, Your Honor. And Your Honor, the second accused person, Brian Kipto, was not aware that this matter is coming up today, 4th of August, because you already had a date for 15th October. And the allegations that have been brought forth by the prosecution that the second accused person, Brian Kipto, is unreachable. The first accused person, Your Honor, sorry, he's unreachable, cannot be ascertained at this juncture. Your Honor, we are kindly requesting that the accused person who is before this court be released on personal bond because this matter already has a date for 15th October when both the accused persons can appear before the trial court and take the plea. It is not prejudicial, Your Honor. The ownership of this, the said land was already determined by the Court of Appeal. So it is not going to be prejudicial to any party if the said plea goes on the 15th of October, Your Honor. That is all.
Your Honor, to round it up, the accused have rights. And it is yesterday when he was...
And the question before the trial court, as you put it, the plea taking, and in fact I'm the one handling all court 4 matters. Yeah. And I'm also the duty court. So I'll direct that the second accused person takes plea. In respect to the first accused, I'll not be drastic enough to issue warrants, but I'll expect him to attend court tomorrow so that he can equally take plea. So we'll proceed with the second accused person, and then we can address any other issue after he has taken plea.
Charge count 1, conspiracy to commit a felony contrary to section 393 of the Penal Code, chapter 63, laws of Kenya. Sammy Mwaitha, on or before the 30th day of March 2001, within Nairobi County, in the Republic of Kenya, conspired together to commit a felony, namely making a document without authority grant title land reference number 209/9968 IR number 85847 with intent to defraud Rose Njoki Ngao of parcel of land known as plot number A, Nairobi West, off Langata Road, measuring approximately area 0.12 hectares, situated along Maimai Road off Langata Road in Nairobi West within Nairobi City County, valued at Kenya shillings 1,150,000,000, the property of Rose Njoki Ngao. Sammy Mwaitha. Is it true or not true?
Not true, Your Honor.
Count 2, conspiracy to commit a felony contrary to section 393 of the Penal Code, cap 63 laws of Kenya, on or before the 30th day of March 2001, in Nairobi City County, in the Republic of Kenya, conspired together to commit a felony, namely making a document without authority with grant title land reference number 209/9968 IR number 85847 with intent to defraud Mikushu Wagatharia of a parcel of land known as plot number B, Nairobi West, off Langata Road, measuring approximately area 0.12 hectares, situated along Maimai Road off Langata Road in Nairobi West within Nairobi City County, valued at Kenya shillings 150,000,000, the property of Mishugu Wagatharia. Sammy Mwaitha. Is it true or not true?
Not true, Your Honor.
Count 3, making a document without authority contrary to section 357A of the Penal Code, chapter 63 of laws of Kenya, on 30th day of March 2001, within Nairobi City County, in the Republic of Kenya, with intent to defraud, without lawful authority or excuse made, certificate of title land reference number 209/9968 IR number 85847 for plot number A and B, Nairobi West, off Langata Road, in the name of Shaba Trustees Limited, purporting to be a certificate of title issued by certificate of title properly processed and issued by Ministry of Lands. Sammy Mwaitha. Is it true or not true?
Not true, Your Honor.
Count 4, abuse of office contrary to section 101 as read in section 102 of the Penal Code, cap 63 laws of Kenya, on or before 30th March 2001 at Ministry of Lands and Physical Planning within Nairobi City County, the Republic of Kenya, being person employed in the public service as Commissioner of Lands for purpose of gain, you cause to be made fraudulently registration of grant title land reference number 209/9968 for a parcel of land known as plot number A, Nairobi West, off Langata Road, without consent of the rightful owner, namely Rose Njoki Ngao, in abuse of the authority of your office, in arbitrary act prejudicial to the rights of Rose Njoki Ngao. Sammy Mwaitha. Is it true or not true?
Not true, Your Honor.
Count 5, abuse of office contrary to section 101 as read with section 102A of the Penal Code, cap 63 laws of Kenya, on or before 30th March of 2001 at the Ministry of Land and Physical Planning within Nairobi City County, in the Republic of Kenya, being a person employed in the public service as Commissioner of Lands for purpose of gain, because to make fraudulently registration of grant title land reference number 209/9968 for parcel of land known as plot number B, Nairobi West of Langata Road, without consent of the rightful owner, namely Mishugu Wagadaria, in abuse of the authority of your office in arbitrary act prejudicial to the rights of Ngushu Wagadaria. Sammy Mwaitha, is it true?
Not true, Your Honor.
Count 6, giving false information to person employed in the public service contrary to section 129A of the Penal Code, Chapter 63, Laws of Kenya. Particulars, on the 17th day of March 2020, Directorate of Criminal Investigations headquarters at Mazingira Complex along Kiambu Road within Nairobi City County in the Republic of Kenya, inform service number 80936 Sergeant Nicholas Osuri Otieno, a person employed in the public service as police officer, attached to the Director of Criminal Investigation, Land Fraud Investigations Unit, that parcel of land non-plot number A and B, Nairobi West of Langata Road, as now registered as land reference number 209/9968, IR number 85847, situated along Manyumai Road of Langata Road in Nairobi West, within Nairobi City County, belongs to Shaba Trustees Limited. Information knew to be false, intending thereby to cause service number 80936 Sergeant Nicholas Osuri Otieno to use his lawful investigative powers to cause an investigation with a view of recommending to the Director of Public Prosecutions the arrest, charging, and prosecution of Rose Njoki Kingau and Mushugu Wagadaria, which he ought not to have done if the true state of facts respecting which such information was given had been known to him. Sammy Mwaitha, is it true or not true?
Not true, Your Honor.
Not true.
Considered all those issues, including those matters, when making the decision to charge. Your Honor, while exercising your discretion, I do plead with you that you consider the charges that the second accused person is facing while granting bail and bond. And 100,000 is too low, Your Honor. I do object to it as well. That is all, Your Honor.
Guilty. So the beginning point is that bail or bond is not imposed. The question is how much. So as a court, we have the bail and bond policy and various considerations that we need to take into consideration when granting bond or bail. And of paramountcy is whether the accused person will attend court. So it is not indubitable that the accused person has a fixed support, and moreover, he's not a flight risk. So in regard to that, I'll grant the following bail and bond terms. So I'll admit the second accused to a bond of Kenya shillings 10 million with a surety of a similar amount. Alternatively, I'll admit him to a cash bill of 2 million, and then he'll provide 2 contact persons. As directed, the second accused person will attend court tomorrow. The summons will be issued and be served upon his counsel so that he can attend court tomorrow on the 5th day of July 2025. So those are the directions of the court. Sorry, sir.
Section 89.5 of the CPC. For this court to throw out the charges for being defective. Sorry?
You're making that?
I'm making an application.
The judge is defective.
Yes. For failing to disclose in Rose Njoki and another versus Shaba, where the Court of Appeal was unequivocal that no fraud whatsoever could be attributed to the second accused here. When it's our submission that these charges have been brought in bad faith, that a blatant abuse of the court process. The matter of Mchanga Investments Limited versus Safaris Limited Africa 2009 KLR. The court stated that an abuse of process occurs where the proceedings are filed for purposes extraneous to the pursuit of the truth. Such an extreme delay made the prosecution oppressive, vexatious, and an abuse of process, thereby infringing upon his rights, fair trial under Article 25C, 49(1)(a)(2), 50 and 157 of the Constitution. Your Honor, I believe that on the basis of the matters raised, this court shall find no merit whatsoever in the charge sheet before it. Shall find no difficulty throwing it out. I place before you the authority. That should be all.
Yeah. But that's why I was asking whether all these issues were canvassed before the High Court
We have
prior to the issues, the High Court, not the ELC. Because I believe the ELC, it was argued.
No,
It wasn't argued,
no, it has not been argued.
but it was in your pleadings
It's in our pleadings.
in the High Court
Yes,
and also the ELC court.
in ELC. No,
And despite that, the ELC and the High Court,
the High Court struck out the petition for
other reasons,
other reasons.
I get it.
Yeah, so it's only
Like
the one
it-
in ELC.
Person is facing are defective. The second accused person has been charged on various counts, and counsel has not made reference to any of them and demonstrated how they are defective. Your Honor, counsel also stated that the complainant exhausted the civil avenues, and now that is why this matter is before this honorable court. When it is not the complainant who brings matters before a criminal court. Your Honor, the DPP has a constitutional mandate under Article 157 of the Constitution of Kenya to institute and undertake criminal proceedings. Your Honor, before this is done, the ODPP has a decision to charge policy which has to be adhered to. The evidence has to be scrutinized before the decision to charge is made. Your Honor, it is not the complainant who came before this court to bring this matter before court. Your Honor, counsel also alluded to the fact that the charges were brought before this honorable court in bad faith, and that is an abuse of the court process. Again, that has not been demonstrated. Your Honor, I pray that the charges against the second accused person do proceed as the charges are not defective, same has not been demonstrated or proved, and that we can proceed tomorrow with plea taking for the first accused person, and then we can have a date where we'll supply all the copies of the statements and the documents which we wish to rely on in the trial of this matter. That is all.
You know, maybe just to respond to her submission. I'll give directions tomorrow once the first accused person is present, because I believe also the first accused might want to raise other issues. Yeah, but let me not preempt. So we'll mention the matter tomorrow, so that the first accused person attends court, and then we can address all those issues, inclusive of the first accused, if there are any issues, and then I'll give directions, and then this matter will be, I'll return it back to court number 4 to entertain the same. So once I decide, because it might take long before he comes back, maybe a month or so, and then I can give those directions before court number 4. So once we determine the preliminary issues, the matter will be allocated to court number 4. I believe that is in order. So we come back tomorrow for the first accused. Then if there are any other issues with respect to the second, can be addressed tomorrow.
Case number E40455, Sammy Mwaitha.